All right, Shalom, Micah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachai, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect, that teach His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to title this lesson, Mass Death. Because ultimately, that's what's coming to this place. You know, evil and only evils. And ultimately, the results is death. This is the message Yahweh Shema Shai have raised up his men to bring forth, concerning, matter of fact, let's get it in the book of Jeremiah 28. Jeremiah 28, verse 8, it reads, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." So that's what you're seeing today. It's a certain doctrine that's going forth that consists of evil, war, evil, and pestilence. The target is America, which is Babylon the Great. And we all doing this in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, the powers of heavens and earth. Because this is a commandment from on high. This is a decree from the king to speak forth these things, because this is the Lord's intents and purposes. Now, concerning war, evil, and pestilence, there's nothing good. The results is death. The results of war, evil, and pestilence is death. So just to sum it up, that's what's coming, or is here, because pretty much the ways of death has broadened. Matter of fact, let's see. I think that goes into it in, I think that's Second Ezra. It talks about great death. That's what's coming. It's already here. The tools is already here for it, from vaccines to a gun, food poisoning, whatever you can think of. Even sex, the very thing that bring forth life, it can kill you now. So death, we're in the valley of the shadow of death. But it's gonna only intensify, man. This is how this place was set up to go out. Let's get some. Let's see. Right. 2 Ezra 16, verse 18, it reads, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" So when something is at the beginning, that means it's going to climax. So we at the beginning of famine, is a famine and great death. So it's only going to intensify from these wars, the pestilences, because the wars, that's gonna, so many levels to that, to actual, being drafted, a world war, to a food war. Nigga, you in a shootout because you got the last bag of beans or whatever. The pestilence, these different diseases and outbreaks, pretty much everything else in between. Even the scripture talk about the teeth of wild beasts. You know, so that death is going to climax. It has even expanded to drones and mechanical dolls. These things are here, and this is how this place is going to go out. It's not going to be a smooth transition. You got U.S. citizens, they're now, now getting acclimated to the law, statute, commandments. They getting used to the new system. No, this place is going to go out in flames. And even before that, a lot of people are going to be knocked off. See, this refreshing that's coming. A lot of people got to go with that, man. That's just like you took a bath and you get out the tub and you put on the same clothes on. No, these people, that's how these people going to get right. They got to be put down first, man. And that's why we hope the Lord keep us, because death is coming, man. That spirit, and it's only going to intensify. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 1, it reads, "Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith." So as you can see, it says, the days shall come and they shall be taken in a great number. Because even you had, and this shows this all the intents and purposes of the Lord. Because the Lord even put it in Esau's mind, this man, his new world order, part of it is, the depop, depopulation and that agenda. But that's really the agenda of the Lord, man. Because even in that, all these people being put to death, that's going to help the earth out. When these bankers and these elites, powers that be, once they're dragged out of their bunkers and their, these certain spots that they was hitting, to the destruction paths, they're going to be burying those bodies, man. That's actually going to help the planet Earth. They're going to be part of the refreshing, man. But as you can see, it's going to be people being taken in a great number. How fitting in this time you got over 8 billion people and counting. The Lord is bringing all these spirits here on the planet Earth for this great judgment, man. And especially here in America, Babylon the Great, either, we're here to be delivered or to be destroyed. And we hope to be delivered, man. Because we know through biblical prophecy, this land is slated, the whole land is slated for destruction. So that's everyone that's left here. The Lord didn't call you up. Hey, that's it. But even before that, people were going to be taken out by the famine, the teeth of wild beasts, the wars. Fucking just the sight of, certain things. You seen some beast you never seen, and your heart just gave up. These are the different ways. That's ultimately the result is going to be death. Let's it's another one. Oh, it's 8. Salakia. Second Ezra is 8. And I started at verse 1. It reads, He answered me, saying, The Most High have made this world for many, but the world will come for few. And that proves as well that few, is going to be part of that transition. It's going to actually witness that transition for that, into that world to come. And the many, it wasn't meant for them to be part of that. Once this place ends, they're going to go with it. It reads, I will tell the assembly to Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold wherein earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. So that's concerning dirt and how it's plenteous. So there's no value in it. You just walk outside and dirt, it's not hard to find it. It says, but little dust that gold come of. That's a true resource because it's rare, And this is comparing, just everyone else. That's the dirt. And the gold is concerning the elect, the precious jewels of the Lord. It reads, even so is the course of this present world. And the spirit, I might title it that. The course of this present world. So meaning what? A lot of people gonna die in their lifetime. That's what the scripture is saying. It says, I'm gonna read it again. It reads, I will tell the assembly to Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that will give it much mold wherein earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. And that's why we reduce to hope. Was the Elder Corner Wife say, we got the greatest hope. Because ultimately, whatever obstacle comes, it's an outlet. We got a precept for any roadblock or obstacle, But as you can see, there's many created, but few shall be saved. What's the opposite of saved? Death. So many is going to be put to death, man. And it makes sense. The Lord gave us His understanding, and you thinking the world going to end next week. When we first came into the truth, we all experienced and had that feeling. Yeah, the world gonna end next week, next month, soon. And over the course of time, Lord, you learn, you pick up on certain things, But one thing you see why the Lord gonna put these people to death, man. It makes sense. Just like in the time of Noah, Lord, his heart, he couldn't. The only solution was to just put him to death, and we see why. That's why we once again in the time of Noah. Unless you in the ark, that's it. I wrap it up with this. The book of 2 Ezra 9, verse 15. It reads, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter. That there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. See? So a lot of people gonna be put to death, man. And it's doctrines out there that's not expecting the wrath of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Even Israelites got doctrines out there that they're not really expecting the wrath of the Lord. They can see America gonna be destroyed, but that it's a certain spirit, that come with that. Because a guy can just say it and not mean it. And their walk will show it. So when these things come, they're gonna fall apart because they wasn't expecting these things to come on the earth. It says, like as a wave is greater than a drop. See? So it just show you the dynamic between the two. You know, the many and the few. A drop compared to a wave, you really can't compare it. That's why this scriptures talk about that remnant or residue. That's just like, you know, you got some flour, you got some flour in a bowl and you dump the flour out the bowl. Pretty much the residue is like the little dust that's left in the bowl. That's the residue, that's the remnant. Compared to that whole thing of flour that was in the bowl. That's the course of this present world. The elect, you know, the certain particular spirits on the planet Earth that's destined to be saved, while everyone else is going to be destroyed. Matter of fact, I end off on this, you know, because we just hope to be a part of righteous number, because death is it's going to take hold of these people. I think that's Thessalonians. I think it's Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 5:9. It reads, "For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua Mashiach." See, that's our hope, and this is very scary because it said the Most High have not appointed us to wrath. So that's like that shows lot. That it was a decree. These people had to be put to death. It says, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua. So it's certain spirits that's actually created to be delivered by Yahushua, man. That's our hope. Anything else outside of that, the result is going to be death. You hope to be a basketball player, you're gonna go with this world. A doctor, you know what I mean? You want a career here. What that ultimately means, you was appointed to wrath. You know, but our hope is the Lord keep us. So yeah, I just hope that we're edifying. I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakha, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach His word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.